Welcome back to the Who's at the Gates podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix, and we have the very open-minded Diana with us by my side.
I am the epitome of open-mindedness. Just don't play with me and then we're fine.
Oh boy, another good podcast episode. Okay, so we will get into this. Diana has some smoke for some people today. I'm like, okay, I don't think it was that bad, but Diana's like, no, it's bad. So we'll let her, as we go through some of these scenes, definitely say her piece. And I can't wait. Now, let's get into this one, Shanice and Leslie. I definitely wanted to talk about this because I called it, like I called the bill thing and a few other things. So let's let the scene play right quick. Oh, bloody hell. Did it go back? I just had it and then I hit the thing wrong by accident. Let's see. Where?
It was like a 10. Yeah, 10, right there.
Okay, we'll let Vanessa do her little nod.
Don't start hanging crepe, Leslie. I have zero knowledge of Eva's condition.
Yeah, like you tell me anyway.
Of course I would. Look, when I am in these scrubs, I offer excellent patient care and comfort. That even extends to people I would normally cross the street to avoid.
Well, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And let's also be very clear. After Eva is on the mend, and you and I run into each other on the outside, that level of niceness expires with the quickness, you hear me?
Well, I do love a good fight. Oh, girl, but after everything that's happened, what's happened to my child? I am turning over a new leaf.
That's promising.
I called it. I said, now, I was like, I have a little bit of hope. I said, there's not much, but I have a little bit of hope that after everything that's happened, Leslie might say, you know what? Let me not be as antagonistic to people and so on and so forth. And what do you know? Leslie said, after everything with my daughter, I'm turning over a new leaf. Now, Shanice said, Shanice ain't buying it because Shanice knows Leslie is Leslie. But it's on the record now that Leslie has said, I am turning over a new leaf. Diana, do you believe that?
No. And again, if you believe that, you're a fool. If you believe that, I have a bridge to tell you. No. That's it. No.
I don't believe it, but I still have hope. So, I still have hope that she won't. And again, she has to be the villain, and she may be okay for a while, but she'll change back. But I can say maybe for a little while she won't be as antagonistic and she'll be trying. And that might be the storyline. The storyline might be Leslie actually turns over a new leaf, but because everyone keeps treating her like she's the old Leslie, she just gives up and she's just like, well, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. Might as well be the villain. That could be the storyline too.
I can see that. I mean, I think as long as, she's a murderer, there's not much that she can turn over unless she admits to her faults, admits to all the wrongdoing that she's done.
Again, she was not convicted and nobody died. She's an attempted murderer. There's a difference.
For her and Eva's crimes, just like that, I don't believe it until you actually confess. I need her and Eva locked up, and that's it. Other than that, I don't really care if she turns over a new leaf.
So you're saying that if someone has a horrible past and they turn over, what's a good movie that was really slept on? Solomon Kane. And I loved it because he was this horrible person And he ends up running into, like, he's robbing this place. He was a pirate. So he's robbing this place. He makes it to the gold chamber. Come to find out, the person in the gold chamber was really a demon. And the demon was like, you signed a contract with the devil, but you don't even know it. So he manages to escape the demon before the demon gets ready to chop his head off. He jumps out the window into the ocean. Well, he starts a new life in a monastery. Basically, is like, nope, I don't kill anymore. I don't do anything, so on and so forth. Even got to a point where he made friends with his family. They were about to kill the family, and he refused to take up arms because he turned over a new leaf. Are you saying that that doesn't mean anything, where somebody turns completely around, nothing like they used to be, and that would be all for nothing to you?
You know, I think this is a problem that I have. It's that I'm actually an extremely forgiving person. I think under normal circumstances, I'd be like, whatever. I think just one, you know, this is a show, so nothing really. This is a soap opera. But two, it's hard to feel sorry for Leslie and for Eva now, again, on this show, because they haven't lost anything. Like, I've been telling you this whole time, like, I've seen no repercussions for their actions at all. Like, they just keep on winning. And I think the next scene that you're going to show also still shows that. So, like, I think if it was the opposite, where, you know, they come up on some hardships, or we saw that, like, again, they said that they did growing up, right? You know, and Leslie has, you know, it's just like, oh, I couldn't afford to take Eva to, you know, to urgent care, you know, any bill that came up, yada, yada, yada. Like, okay, I understand that that's her backstory, but from what we've seen, they're just entitled and they keep on winning. So it's very hard to feel sorry for someone like that now. No, because they keep on winning. If they lose something, I think my tone would change, because I really do like an underdog. You know, I don't know if anyone's watching the World Cup. I'm always rooting for the world, you know, for the underdog. No Europeans and certain nations from Latin America. You know, I always root for the other side.
Thank God our listener base is in Canada, the US, and apparently Russia now. But
Well, you know, I'm not rooting for the US either. But, you know, it's just, I'm just going to keep it real. Never have, never will. For however many World Cups I've seen in my entire life, which is pretty much every single one since I've been born. But again, won't start, will never start. But back to Leslie, is that I haven't seen her lose. I haven't seen her and Eva lose anything.
I have some context I want to add after this scene with Anita.
Okay.
And because I know what you're saying, and I have a rebuttal to that. Let's see. All right.
You're going to be like, well, her shouse. Okay, well, she has the money to rebuild. Apparently a never-ending bank account, thanks to Anita.
That's not what I was about to say. We're gonna let this play, and then I'll tell you the context.
Let me guess. You came by to gloat about my shells being chewed up by the tornado. I just got the call. I did see the damage this morning, but that's not why I'm here. I came because I know what you're feeling. With my shells. With your daughter. When our children hurt, we hurt. No matter how grown they get, there's still a part of us that just wants to scoop them up and make everything good again. You got that right. People expect us to be strong, to have all the answers, even when we're terrified. It took my illness to teach me that I don't have to carry that alone. Those are nice platitudes, Anita, really. But, you know, unlike you, I don't have a whole Braxton-sized family sitting out there in the hall waiting for me. It's just me and my baby girl. And if she doesn't pull through, then it's just gonna be me. You know, everyone in that waiting room is feeling the same fear that you are. But we're gaining strength from each other. You could use some of that too. No, you guys don't want me around. It's not a matter of want. Shared pain tends to bring people together. Even make them forgive and forget.
I'm not saying that it heals every wound. But in this moment, we should be able to sit in space without taking swipes at each other. Now, if you can promise to behave yourself, you're welcome to join us.
Where's
Okay, let me give
All
some
right.
context
Well,
on what I was going to say. So the Shouse is gone, but we're not counting that as payment or as losing because she has insurance, money, so on and so forth. What I will say, also, Anita came in here basically like Darlene, one mother to another, because mothers have this thing, good mothers, I should say, because not all mothers are good mothers, but good mothers have this thing where it's a unspoken language, it's a code that they understand when it comes to their children, that they can always relate to each other on. And this is that level that mothers can relate on when something happens to their child. Now, for Leslie and Eva constantly winning, I do believe there are situations with people in life where they have constantly lost and constantly lost, where others may not know about it. It's almost like how some people are successful where they think of someone as an overnight success, but little do they know they were failing for 15 years behind the scenes and all the failures that people never saw until all of a sudden they started winning. I believe there is that here where Leslie and Eva have lost so much before Ted and the Duprees that this is their winning season, even though they've lost a little bit after everything happened, because clearly they were pariahs. And it took Eva a little bit of time to work her way back into, I guess, the quote unquote social and earn some people's trust. And I also believe that Ted had a big role in that, because with her working for him at his, I don't want to say clinic because his practice, because clinic is more like the thing with Leslie, but her working for him at his practice, and then later on working at the clinic and doing all of these other things, getting to know Izaiah, putting herself out there, going to Samantha's cotillion, so on and so forth, that she's earned some goodwill. Leslie can't say as much because Leslie hasn't been as active socially as Eva has been. But I do believe they lost a little bit in the beginning. Eva's gained most of that back. But before all of this, I believe that they maybe lost a lot. And now this is just their time to win, regardless of some of the circumstances. Now, will karma hit? I'm sure it will. It's just the point of win. But from your eyes, you're looking at it like it's a thing of balance, where you're seeing this imbalance in front of you, and you're saying, okay, all I see is them winning, but they did this. This isn't balanced. Why do they receive these gifts? Why do they receive these blessings after what they did? And I'm saying, well, maybe there was some other stuff that happened before where they went through the ringer, and that's why they're receiving some of the things they're receiving now. Not saying they'll never receive karma for what they did with the whole Ted and Laura thing, but I believe that could play a role. And why? So you're seeing them winning, but what if they've been losing their entire lives?
But that's what I said. But that's literally what I said beforehand. I said, from what I've seen on screen, and I said, I recognize beforehand that they struggled, right? You know, Leslie not being able to afford, you know, taking Eva to the doctor. Leslie, you know, just not being able to afford her bills. Like, I recognize that. And I'm saying, from what I've seen, though, right now, they haven't lost anything. However, they still continue playing victim.
Right, but I heard what you said, but the way you're saying it, you're making it sound like they only lost for 5 years. What I'm saying is, what if it was a constant thing since the very beginning?
I mean, I'm sure it was from the very beginning. Well, I mean, just look at how, you know, the circumstances of the upbringing, you know, Leslie being a single father or a single mother. I don't know who Alan was or what that man was. I'm sure he was actually Eva's real father, for being real.
Well, no, because Eva said that Alan didn't really pay her any attention like that. Like Alan did the bare minimum, according to Eva and Leslie. Like Alan was not that great of a husband or that great of a stepfather.
Well, Ted is doing the bare minimum now, and look at that man. Just many people claiming him as a father, and I do not know why. So that not an excuse in my book of someone.
So Anita shouldn't extend an olive branch. Anita should make Leslie suffer more while Eva's in the hospital.
Yes, and like I said in a previous episode, had they been smart, had they had the real fixer in the room, actually, even though I hate him,
Nicole,
Bill, we would have signed a blood contract. I give you a piece of my liver, you leave. You and your daughter fucking kick. See, now you have me cussing. You guys kick rocks. I never want to see your face again. You and your nasty shouse. Never want to see it again. See, this is what I think would have been great for the drama. It's like, would Leslie sign the contract, yada yada, and then maybe they could have done like a heart to heart, right? Kat being like, okay, this isn't what I want. I'm gonna do it for my dad. Eva can stay. But that would have upped the stakes. Had it been me, it's like, yeah, you can have my liver, but I expect a payment. Either return all the money, for example. How about that? You don't have to leave town, but return all the money. I want the deed to Eva's apartment, to Eva's condo. That's my condo now. You want this liver? That's my condo.
Cold woman. All right.
I'm sorry. I thought this was a soap opera. I thought people were supposed to be mean on here and ruthless, but here you have Anita being like, come sing kumbaya with us. That doesn't fly with me.
Well, let's get into some more drama. Also, there is a scene I forgot about because they dropped a clue today about a change in cast. So,
ooh, I know. Okay.
You don't. Okay, Diane, we gonna talk about it. Let's get through this one right quick, and we'll have to find. Where is the freaking? There we go.
I went by his office this morning, and there was nothing to talk about because nothing ever happened. You get my drift?
Cheating scandal averted.
Andre, how long have you been standing there?
Long enough to hear something about someone cheating. So, what were you...
I was telling Dani about this little old lady at Joey's casino. I caught her counting cards like she was running Ocean's 11 Senior Edition. Security had her halfway to Joey's office, but I talked them down.
So Joey would never know about the cheating.
Exactly. Unless you plan to tell him there's a 90-something swindler on the loose.
Nah, my lips are sealed.
Good. Secrets are sacred.
Do you need to sit?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So this is
Social call or official business?
I give Vanessa a lot of slack on this show. And as much as I don't support Dani and what she's going through right now, I was like, okay, girl, she kept it, she held it down. Vanessa, if there's one thing Vanessa could do, is she can lie about infidelity. And, I just can only be grateful for that sometimes. As much as we have to give people their flowers. And Vanessa, you did your big one with this one.
Yeah, well, I mean, Vanessa is the queen of infidelity. And the thing about that is that Doug knew, and it was what it was. It was just kind of weird that she took advantage of the open marriage, but Doug really didn't. We didn't see Doug with any other women on the show. I can't think of one woman Doug was with. I guess
think that was on purpose. I think
his woman was gambling, is what So it was kind of that. So his woman was gambling, and then Vanessa's thing was many men, until Joey. And then So yeah, we can appreciate that. We like Vanessa. We definitely don't slut shame on this show. If she has a vivacious sex life, then so be it. And this, I think, hold on, is that it? No, that's not it. Looking for it. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Give me a second, because I feel like I had seen it. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, everyone, because this is where the clue drops.
My family back and the table full on Sundays like old times.
If only your middle child lived closer.
That's a task for another day.
Well, since the seat will be empty until Luke moves back, how about reserving it for Eva? Look, Ma, I know you got your concerns about her. And about Leslie, as do I. I'm not a huge fan of hers either.
Of course you're not. We raised you with sense.
But still, Izaiah loves Eva. They're a package deal.
He's already sat me down and told me point blank that if I don't accept her, then I won't be seeing him as much. And I can't stomach that. Not after just getting him back.
Then maybe you'll give her a chance.
I'll try.
Did you catch it?
Yeah, okay. So I saw that the first time, but I was just like, okay, so are we getting him in like season 3?
We're probably. I don't believe writers put things in scripts without there being a reason behind it. That's just me. And for them to be that specific, to say, oh, when Jacob was like, oh, well, your middle child or whatever, and then she's like, oh, well, that's another thing for another day. And then to be more specific, to say, well, until Luke comes back, he could have just said, well, until he comes back, can we leave this? No, he was specific. Until Luke comes back. So we have a name.
We've had the name.
I haven't heard Luke mentioned before.
I'm pretty sure it has. I just think
Well, it didn't stick. It stuck this time. It didn't stick last time.
Okay. I just don't think we're getting him anytime soon. I think that's why I was like, okay, whatever.
No, I'm not saying we're getting him next week. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, well, this is what, episode 113, I think. I wouldn't put it like, give us maybe 50 more episodes and I could see it.
So the end of this season, if we're assuming that it has 200 episodes, okay.
Because she wants all her children back home. So it only makes sense that once this Eva stuff gets squared away, once she builds a better relationship with Izaiah, which she's getting there slowly but surely, then her next project is to get her middle son Luke back. So Jacob's the oldest, Luke is the middle one, Izaiah is the youngest, is what that is. I just thought that was interesting. I'm like, oh, so Luke is coming. Okay. Taking notes. All right. There was another one. I guess the Eva opening her eyes part, which I feel you had a lot to say on this one.
No, I had a lot to say at 31.
31. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Take it back a little bit. Take it back a little bit more. And a little bit more. Okay.
Oh, and at 26, maybe?
26. What was that? Oh. 26:30 or whatever it was.
Something like that. Yeah.
Hold on.
Maybe, yeah, it's before this. Okay, so like 23, maybe?
Okay, let's try 20.
Okay, so it's a little after that. It's like at 24 then. Or 25.
Let's see. Here?
No, it was actually, let's see.
I just spoke with Nicole and she wants you to...
Listen, when they let us in, will you just come with me to Eva's room, please?
She wants you to know that you should be with Eva. She'll be with Kat.
Yeah. I'll be right there.
Good. And you too, Izaiah. I know that Eva will want you to see her the second that she wakes up.
Both of my sisters are safe.
You know what? That wasn't the
I've been
scene,
feeling
but I also
guilty
had
about
some heat
pressuring
there.
Cat.
So the scene that we didn't see, which I don't know which one's worse. Ted is just consistently just terrible. Basically, Leslie walks in. She's like, "Oh, I'm hoping for the best for Kat and Eva." Fake, fake, fake. And then Ted goes, "Yeah, I mean, maybe this is the push that I needed to get Kat and Eva together." And then as sisters. And I think Leslie's like, "Well, now they share more," or I think that's what it is. She says, "Now they share more than just being sisters." And that rubbed me so wrong, because what was the last thing that Kat said to Ted? "I did this for you because I love you." She didn't say I love Eva. She didn't say I love Leslie. She didn't say she did it for them. She didn't say it was because of her life was in the balance. She did it for Ted. I don't know what that says to you, but that to me doesn't say, "Oh, well, now hopefully I can get along with her," or, now we're going to be cordial even, or "I can stand her now." But here Ted goes because he just wants to make one last stop on Father's Day, to all his children, all in the DMV area, just because, and he's hoping that they become friends. It rubbed me so wrong, because she just has one wish, and it's to be left alone and not be pushed in front of the people that ruined her life. But what does Ted want? For them to be together, because it makes it easy on him. And even this scene too, right before this scene, Nicole being, honestly, she's a dummy, but whatever. She's like, "Dani, he's going to be torn about who to go see first. Let him know it's okay to go see, like, make it easy on him. Like, he could go see Eva." And Dani says, like, "You really sure, like, I think that's what she said. She's like, either make things easier for him, or you really take his feelings into account. Like, I don't know how." And what, again, he's left, he like, decisions are made for him. That's another thing. He just doesn't like making like hard decisions. So Kat is left in the dust because Ted gets asked by Leslie to go see Eva first. I think that's a slap in the face, considering everything that Kat gave up.
Yeah, and see, I'm different on that.
Oh,
With
what a surprise.
Excuse me, I will explain why. So this is the reason why I'm different on that, is because if we go by who was in the most danger at the time, obviously, but at the time, Eva was in more danger of dying than Kat. So for me, I would have been like, okay, let me make sure the daughter who is in immediate danger, or who was in immediate danger, is okay. Once I confirm she's good, then I can go to my other daughter and be like, okay, or either I could tell the doctor, "You know what, let's get them to a bigger room so we can have them both in the same room recovering together."
Okay, Ted. Okay.
And do it so you don't have, so it's like nobody's being like, "Oh, he's playing favorites." Okay, fine, put him in the same room. But the daughter who's in the immediate danger, that is the one who I would visit first, and then go to the other daughter. As for Ted, that is true. Ted doesn't like to make decisions related to relationship stuff, like family, girlfriends, wife, whatever. That's not Ted's thing. I can't say overall Ted doesn't like to make decisions, because he's the doctor. He has to make decisions, and he's a surgeon on top of that. So he has to make tough decisions as a surgeon. It's just that when it comes to the relationships he has with the women in his life and his family members, he just doesn't want to be that involved. He would rather it be on autopilot, and he does what he needs to do wherever he needs to do it. It's sort of like almost with the doctor, how a doctor usually needs the secretary to let them know, okay, you need to do this, this, and this sometimes. That's kind of what it is, like what their schedule is and stuff. That's Ted. Ted wants someone to lay out his schedule for him, and then he just shows up and does what he needs to do.
Okay, I mean, as far to your prior point, Eva was awake. We know she was okay. We did not know if Kat was okay, and clearly, look what happened.
Well, Eva woke up, but she just woke up from being in danger of dying. There's a difference.
I don't think she was dying. Whatever.
You making it sound like she just woke up from a 2 p.m. nap.
Okay, so are we okay? So now we're qualifying it. So she was in danger of dying, and it was serious. But Laura was on her deathbed twice, and it's like, well, she lived. So same energy. Well, she lived. There was no danger. So what is it? So which one is it?
First of all, I never said that I didn't take Laura's situations seriously. I always took it seriously. Second of all, I told you Laura's situation was so she would have a testimony. With Eva's situation, it's a little bit different.
Was it?
I was waiting to see what your response was. I don't know.
Like I don't see the difference.
Eva have a testimony now too. So
She's had a testimony because she plays a victim. So that she can pick one out of a hat and it would have been fine. So you know what?
Well,
we're gonna keep that same energy.
Let's
Casey,
go to her waking up.
Casey said, well, she didn't die. So if they even mention Eva being frail or anything in the surgery, be like, well, she didn't die.
With Eva, she was close to death. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Now, with Laura, I'm not saying that, Laura shouldn't have received attention. As far as I was concerned, everyone was concerned about Laura, as far as I know. Now, family being there and everything else, I don't know, but it's like, who would you visit first if Laura had a sister?
No, it's fine. I mean, I don't think Eva, she's alive. She's awake as far as I'm concerned. So I don't know why the preference was there. Again, Ted gets off so easy. And I guarantee you, it's like he's pushing Kat and Eva to be together just so he doesn't have to do 2 different Father's Days. He was it's like Nick Cannon. It's just like a one-stop.
Well, let's dip into the Eva waking up now.
In the end, Kat was the only match, and she donated a portion of her liver.
Like willingly?
I said the same thing, baby girl.
We can unpack all that later, but right now there's something I want to give you.
Oh, but cut the cameras. Cut. I don't want to see this man in his top knot. See how nasty and bratty she is after supposedly waking up from a surgery and almost losing her life, or whatever you said, whatever lies you just told me. Just be grateful. Just be like, wow, she did that for me, not willingly. Like,
well, I mean, where was? First of all, since let's stand on truth, where was the lie in what Eva said? Find me the lie.
There was no lie, but you should be grateful. You should be grateful. I'm saying they just stay winning. And I think at that point, I don't know if I would have questioned it. I would have been like, wow, she really did that for me. Instead of being all nasty and ungrateful about it. But that, what do we expect different?
I agree with you, Diana. We're on the same page. If I was Eve, I would have been like, oh, wow, that was so amazing. She does love me. So on and so forth. Great. But based off of the statement that was given, where was the lie? She didn't lie on Kat. Eva was like, willingly? And it was very true because, like you said just a second ago, Kat specifically told Ted, I'm not doing this for Eva. I'm not doing it for Leslie. I'm doing it for you.
Yeah, I think I think you are right? Like, I think Kat was manipulated into doing this. Like, Eva should just be lucky and count her blessings, right? That she's alive, because all these villains in this room right now basically force Kat to give something up.
Yeah, they were able to break her. That's what they were able to break her.
They were able to break her. I think, and the funny thing is, I think Kat would have done it. I still think Kat would have done it willingly, because again, I said, like, she's a good person. I think she wouldn't have been able to live with herself had, if Eva's life was on the line. But they ironically made it so much harder than it needed to be, because again, I think Kat just needed to think it out and talk about it and like let it go. But they made it so much harder on her than it needed to be. So now it just turned into like, well, they manipulated and forced her to do it. Like, honestly, they should have just gone the Leslie route at that point, held her down and just taken it, because that's essentially what they did.
Well, depending on how things would have went, Leslie might have tried to pin her down and take her.
She said she would, and then she's like, "Oh, well, let's not hear them say that. They can't hear me say that, or else they'll never let me near Kat."
Well, let's go ahead. Speaking of Kat, let's get to this right quick.
I am so grateful this part is behind us. To think we could have been here mourning Eva if Kat hadn't stepped in. It's her heart rate, it's elevating.
Excuse me. You do need to step out. We have to work. No.
Kat.
She's gonna be all right. She has to be.
Hey, guys. We're still in the hospital, so let's be cool. But with 90% of the votes in, looks like I won the primary.
Congratulations, Congressman.
Our grandson's work paid off. Yours too.
Oh, it was a group effort. But we can't take our foot off the gas just yet. The general election is just a few months away.
Still, tonight we have so much to celebrate.
Hang on, my phone is having a meltdown.
I wasn't sure about Richardson at first. Politicians, they talk a good game. But he showed up when it mattered. Put his money where his mouth was, and yeah, he got my vote.
Granddad, you have to see this.
Do you think the nurse was headed to Kat's room? Oh, Mom, did you see what happened? Is something wrong with Kat?
I'm not totally sure. The alarm started going off and doctors rushed in.
Was she awake yet?
There's something with Kat.
What's going on?
The doctors had to rush in for Kat.
Oh my God.
I need to tell
No, Ted's with Nicole already.
I don't understand. She's fine. She was fine.
This scene also rubbed me the wrong way.
All right, let's have it.
I don't understand why they're like, we have so much to celebrate. I'm sorry, until Kat wakes up, I wouldn't be hopeful. That's what's so surprising about all this. And it's like, until she's awake, we do not know how she is. Like, anything could still go wrong. And that's why all this celebration, Martin being, oh my, that was low key. Like, he's a psychopath. Like, he's just looking at his phone, smiling about people saying nice things about him. Like, that is egotistical, psychopathic behavior. And you have to be a politician. But
that's
I'm like,
what I was about to say. Like, why are we shocked?
But I was like, I guarantee you something's going to turn where they're going to be like, of course, Kat had to take the attention away from you winning my election. Y'all, if you live Fairmont Crest, do not vote for this man. That's all I have to say, because this is this is trash behavior.
Yeah. No,
they also don't look concerned enough for me. Ted and Nicole. Nicole looked concerned. Ted was just like, I think it'll be fine. I was like, sir, you're a doctor.
Well, she was under anesthesia. That's why. Like, he's saying that she would be, some people take longer than others to wake up from anesthesia, so on and so forth. And Tomas was concerned for once. And
he's the only one. You know how bad it is? Do you know how bad it is? I noticed that too. I was like, Tomas cannot be showing y'all up on, caring for Kat. And Chelsea. I'll give Chelsea that much too. I think she was anxious to see Kat. Like, I don't think she was like, oh, everything's gonna be fine. So Chelsea, great. Tomas, like, the fact, again, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves if Tomas is the one that's most concerned.
Well, I will say they do what they do, but hopefully with Martin, this won't influence his decisions for his campaign as well. His sister being sick, he's like, I can't be at the hospital all the time waiting for her because I got an election to win in the general, and if she dies, she better not die until right before the day of the election.
He probably would say that. If it was, it depends what sister. If it's Kat, he'd be like, God, she better not do this. If it was Eva, he'd be like, this is my fault somehow. I wish I was a better, I wish I got to know her more. They pay Kat dust on this show. And that's not even to say, like, this isn't even necessarily an attack on the writers too, because, or like, they don't like, I seen like a lot of talk that they don't like the actress and stuff like that. And I don't think that's necessarily true because, like, let's face it, both Eva and Kat got a lot of, what do you want to say it? Like, a lot of screen time, like a lot of dedication in terms of drama. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, as the character, a lot of people are paying her dust. Her family is paying her dust.
I believe that will turn around after she gets better, where they will appreciate her more now, and especially with this being a life-threatening moment, because at first we knew there was a chance that there could be complications, but now that there are complications and her life is in danger, once she comes out of this, I do believe the family will be like, okay, Kat's still here, let's show her some love.
Maybe, but that wasn't true after, no one listened to her about Leslie or about Eva, and the whole chain scandal. It's like, again, she was right, and it's like, I don't know. It's just like they don't listen to Kat.
I think that will change. I do. After all of these things that have happened, I am looking forward to the next few weeks, or should I say few months, moving forward. I'm just looking forward to it because I do believe she will be treated differently and better.
I don't think she will be, but I think they're probably going to make her walk home from the hospital.
I'm not worried about it, because if she doesn't start to receive better treatment, I know you will be pulling up at CBS Studios having a conversation with the writers. So
I'd be like, you did it to Laura, now you're doing it to Kat. Like, do you not like the, it's just like, give them a break.
Oh boy. Well, I can tell you this was a really good episode. I enjoyed it. Looking forward to tomorrow's episode, which will be Tuesdays. Of course, we're recording this on Monday. Sending lots of love. I haven't answered any comments yet. I guess I'll do that tonight, because Recap Auntie did send us a shout out in the episode that we shouted her out on. So she was in the comments, which is amazing. And we appreciate that. Again, if you have not checked out Recap Auntie for some Beyond the Gates breakdowns, definitely go ahead and check out Recap Auntie on YouTube. And yeah, I think that's kind of all we have. We're working on some things behind the scenes. I was putting in quite a few hours today on the side, building some things. So looking forward to announcing stuff later in a few months. Diana, did you have anything before we close out?
Just want to echo, yes, please go see and watch and subscribe to Recap Auntie because she is hilarious.
Sweet, sweet. Well, everyone, thank you so much for supporting the channel, supporting the podcast. We always appreciate it. And yeah, until next time.
Bye.